Morning all.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, good afternoon.
Hi Christine, how are you?
I am fine.
Boy, you sound bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Of course, I've been up from 4 a.m.
Bushy.
Yes.
Very good.
Why do you think I ask you all every Saturday morning? So why y'all sound like y'all still sleeping?
Man, I'm usually up early too, but that don't mean I sound like you. I still sleepy.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I am happy to be up. Happy. Yes. Let's see who all on like today. Because I know everybody is already in this independence mode and an Elsa hurricane mode. Because I see everybody trying to get ready for this hurricane category 2. I don't know why it's such a rush.
Hurricane, what it changed? I thought it was going more towards the west.
Yes, it's gonna hit Florida, they say Monday, but you know how hurricanes go. Unless it's going straight out somewhere else, you have to be prepared.
Yeah, because it could switch overnight.
Yep, it can turn around and come back. Then you have more problems on your hand. And then you have panic. So it's good to be ready. You saw the VAT-free listing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw it. it came to all of our clients, so we probably got it hundreds of times.
Yeah. It's not bad. Now what we need is for all the shop owners to advertise who's selling what and at what price.
Exactly.
So we don't have to be shopping all around, which would be really good. All right, so today is the day we're gonna do record keeping, which is very short. It's just a culmination of all the other chapters, just pulling what is required in terms of record keeping and corporate and wide need to be done. And then I'm going to forward you the midterm take-home exam, which is due on the 17th of July. You can submit it earlier if you wish. And I granted your wishes. I've given you scenarios plus multiple choices. I didn't hear no whoopee and I hear nothing. What happened?
Wow, you're so kind. Wait, I have to wait until I see it before I say that.
I'm about to send it right now. I'm about to send it. I'm putting in the email addresses right now.
Thank you, Mom.
I gave you all your wish. Okay, I know Makita isn't in today. She said she wouldn't be in. LaShawn. And Lolita.
What's happening with Nathaniel? I haven't seen him in a while.
I don't know. He didn't send me any messages. I don't know what happened to him. Don't worry. Once I send this out, I can hear him coming back with a question. So don't worry. He always has a question.
I know, right?
Yeah. Are you expecting us to answer all of these or choose a few? That's what you get when you're absent. So he'll be quite all right.
That don't sound good.
What you mean? Hold on, I'm sending this. Let me just make sure I have all the emails right. But it sounds wonderful to me. I was proud of myself when I was finished with this exam. I said, oh my God, this is the quickest one I ever wrote. So you should be happy. Okay, that's that one. And Nathaniel is last. Nathaniel. I don't think I miss anybody else. I'm hitting send. Let me put the due date right here.
Ms. Archer,
Oh, boy.
Yes.
hi, can you make sure that I'm on it? Because I normally don't get it. This is Catherine Mills. It's should be millscatherine@gmail.com.
I don't have that.
And I know, but I keep giving
Hold on.
my
Hold on. Let me
email
write it down.
address.
Let me write it. Let me write it down. Spell it. Say it again.
Mills, MILLS,
Uh-huh.
KADERIN
Uh-huh.
at gmail.com.
Okay. All right. Let me put you here. Mills Cadron gmail.com. Roll the drums. It is coming. It's gone. Oh Lord, I have a message failure. Let me see who is
Christine,
that.
would you mind adding my personal email address to the contact list?
Okay, go ahead.
Because every time I come on this work thing, I end up doing work rather than doing the course. Like, what kind of days are waiting on me? I believe my email.
Give me yours. Give me yours. Go ahead.
It's Tuesday, like Monday, Tuesday
Mhm.
at coralwave.com, all
Coral.
lowercase.
Okay. Hold on. Cadrin, you said MILLSKADRIN? Because I came back.
No, it should be just how my name is spelled on the registration. Mills, and Catherine is KADERIN at
Oh, I
gmail.com.
messed out the E. I messed out the E.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm doing it again.
Okay.
Tuesday at coralwave.com. Okay, you should have it now.
Yes, I do. I received something. Thank
All
you.
right. Everyone should have it. Kristen, you have it? No, Kristen, I sent it to your work email.
Okay, 1 second, going to check now.
Okay, because if not, then you could give me your personal email.
I haven't seen it as yet, so it's probably hooked up in our server something. Remember you use VPN,
And if you
so
want to
it's a
enjoy
little slow.
Okay, if you want to enjoy your independence holiday, you could start your midterm today. No, because I know when you all get off from work on Friday. If it was me, when Friday afternoon comes, I'm not doing no work. Saturday, no classes, no work. Sunday, no. Monday, holiday, no. Then what's gonna happen on the Saturday coming? The exam is due. So you'll be trying to finish it every night after work. So I'm trying to avoid the headache and the hassle. Okay, so everybody has it now?
Hello, I'm just getting to the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got it, Christine. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
all right. That's all right. So I just sent the midterm exam, so make sure you have it.
I received it.
Okay, good.
Look at it, Christian.
What is wrong with you?
Oh my Lord. 3 pages?
What? Nah,
What is-
listen.
Wait,
I
wait,
made
wait,
it
wait.
spacious. I made it spacious so it's better for the eyes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Shut that down.
If that's your story.
I did it better for the eyes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
1, 2,
Who calling the Lord?
4. Wait,
So-
Nathaniel,
I
listen here. So,
I can't even ask if you have to answer all the questions because the first thing I see is
Answer all the questions.
questions.
oh
That's right,
shoot,
all.
I didn't even see that. I was
You
just
see?
going to ask if I have done so all 5 about 8. Oh my gosh.
Breathing hard. What is breathing hard?
I don't know. And the person's been reading that big side. This must be like the second or the third one.
Oh my Lord. Okay.
What you
Christine, kill
calling
him
the
out.
Lord for?
Kendra, is that you?
Yes.
What is
Lydia,
it again?
you breathing hard, you sigh it, and all I can do is laugh. So everybody reaction is different.
Yeah, what is this? Well,
Yeah.
thank God Makita is not on. Because I could hear her.
You know that.
I can hear her mouth from here. Not bad, right?
How that saying go? Be careful what you wish for.
Yes.
I think I wish for the stove, but anyway.
This is not difficult. Come on now. Go look at the questions. They're not difficult. Not at all. There's nothing on there you don't know.
Okay.
Ah, that sounds so good.
We'll get it.
That sounds wonderful. It's not difficult, right?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take your word for it because I don't have the courage to look at it right now.
What you mean?
I can look at it later when I'm in a better frame of mind.
You get me stumbling now. But a better
No,
frame of mind.
Christine, when I can concentrate, I can't concentrate on that right now.
What is this anyhow?
No, I could, Christine, I could. I mean, we
Okay.
don't have a choice but to get it done, right?
Yes, you have no choice.
Exactly. So
Get it
yeah,
done.
we'll get it done.
Okay. Like I say, if you finish it before the 17th, there's no problem in sending it in. And the same thing with the capstone. You don't have to wait until the day of the final exam. You finish it before, you can send it in.
Christine,
Yes.
for the capstone, does the answers have to be, we have to cover all the topics before we answer it?
No,
Okay.
that's up to you. If you know it, then go ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
You can read the chapter ahead of time
Okay. Okay.
and then you could answer it.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to wait until the last day of class until we get to the chapter.
Okay.
You can read ahead of time and go ahead. And even if after, let's just say after a particular chapter, I may have shared something with you, or we shared another case you want to add, then you simply just have to add it in. You wouldn't just be starting to write the whole paper because then you're going to be rushed.
Okay.
Yeah. So I always advise students to start early, even if it's just a skeleton. Because you wait until the 2 nights before, then you're gonna rush it and you're gonna miss out a lot of stuff. All right, so unit 5 just more or less puts everything into perspective of what we did from unit 1 through 4. And that's looking at corporate record keeping. And so we know that all companies have to maintain records. Which laws do you think govern record keeping? Which laws cover record keeping? Y'all still asleep?
You mean the article? Memo-
No.
Oh.
Actual legislation.
Oh, both, would it be both?
Yeah, the Companies Act and the IBC Act, and also the Data Protection Act. So we know that for any company, the keeping of records is critical. And there are statutory and there are also legal requirements for keeping documentation. And of course,
Excuse
there's
me,
all.
Christine,
Go
the
ahead.
Data Protection Act?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, was that on our list of stuff to check? And it sounds strange to me. I don't recall seeing that before.
No, you
Data
wouldn't have seen
Protection
it
Act?
before. But Data
Okay.
Protection, yeah, the Data Protection Act covers every company that maintains data.
Okay, so we just need to Google that then.
Yeah, the data, it's right in the London laws of the Bahamas.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So why is it important to keep corporate records? And there are 5 reasons. 1 is to ensure you have your limited liability protection for the company. 2, to make sure that you're always in compliance with the law, be it regulatory, statutory, or legal. 3 is to allow the shareholders to be able to inspect corporate documents properly and adequately. The 4th is to fully document the shareholders, the directors and officers of a company and their due diligence information. And the 5th one is, of course, to be able to provide the financial affairs and the shareholding of the company. So when we go through these to keep and maintain corporate records, which records are we referring to? Which records do we have to keep for statutory requirements? Which records do we have to keep for legal requirements? And which ones are required for regulatory compliance?
I know the MEMS and arts, probably the certificate of incorporation.
Registers.
Yeah, register of members, register of directors.
Mm-hmm.
Annual returns.
Yeah.
Minutes.
Minutes,
The
yeah.
minutes, yes.
Minutes on a share registry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
What else? There are some
Um,
items you need under number 4.
Any declaration? Oh, sorry.
Declarations.
We said register of shareholder, register of members, register of directors and officers.
Officers, uh-huh.
Would it also be their IDs and address confirmation?
Yeah, there you go. You need all the due diligence
Or the
requirements.
KYC,
Oh,
yeah.
KYC, yeah.
You need to have that.
Yeah.
And then what else you need? You need the financials. So either financial statements or annual reports.
Okay.
So under the Companies Act, don't forget now all these sections are gonna have to change with all amendments. They squeezing in here and there and everywhere. You're required to keep you must maintain a registered office. You must have the memo and arts. And of course, the directors of a company may change the address, and you have to advise the registrar general. The company also has to maintain corporate records, just like we said just now, the memo and arts, and all amendments, the minutes. You didn't add in the resolution. Remember, the resolutions are separate from the minutes. Because you will have the resolutions, when you prepare the minutes, at the back of the minutes, right, you will have the resolutions at the back of the minutes. But if you're going to send that resolution for approval to a regulator, you have to actually type out the longer version of the resolution. So some companies have a binder with just resolutions in it. So it says minutes of the meetings and resolution of the shareholders of the company. So you have one meeting for shareholders, one binder for shareholders meeting, and one for directors meeting, and the same with the resolutions. The copies of any notice, because you know that notice is required to hold a meeting. So you would keep a binder with your notices. And then of course it says any register. And you all have already spoken about the register of members and the register of directors and officers. And always remember, they have to be kept up to date. So as soon as an officer deemits office, you have to insert that date in your register. So the register of members and shareholders must be kept at the registered office, and that includes their name, addresses, and occupation, the shares held by each member, the amount paid or agreed to be paid on each share. And again, in this function, you have to make sure that you keep this up to date as and when it happens, because you'll find over time that if you let it lapse, then you're going to be all about trying to find information to keep it up to date. The date at which the name of any person was entered on the register as a member, and the date on when the person ceased to be a member. The registers of members, subject to such restrictions as may be imposed by the directors, may be inspected by the members or any member of the general public upon payment of such fee as may be determined by the directors. The register of members may be in such form as the directors approve, but if it is in magnetic or electronic or other data storage form, the company must be able to produce legible evidence of its contents. So in the old days, everybody had it on their computer in the old format. I don't know if anybody has, do they accept that electronically now? The register of members.
Yes,
They accept it electronically.
yeah.
Okay. It's about time.
It is.
Yeah. You have the annual statement. The filing requirements for the annual statement. And then of course you have the annual return, the 60%. Then the annual return has to be signed by 2 directors or 1 director and the corporate secretary. And of course, you could ask for a request. And then the publication of the company name at the registered office. So that's the requirements under the Companies Act. Under the IBC Act, relatively the same. They must have a registered office. The address of the registered office have to be submitted to the registrar with the memo and of association. The directors may change the address of the RO. They have 14 days to notify the registrar general. They must have a registered agent. The registered agent must be licensed by the Securities Commission under the FCSP Act. The name and address of the RA must be submitted to the registrar for registration at the time of incorporation. And of course, the registrar general maintains a register of registered agent. So similar to the Companies Act, an IBC must maintain a share register at its registered office. So IBC is required to keep a share register. It's not required to file it with the registrar general. Specifies the information required to be contained in the share register. Failure to keep it has a fine of $10,000 or 2 years imprisonment. And the share register, again, like under the Companies Act, can be in any form the company desires, as long as it is legible. Of course, the IBC has to keep a register of mortgages and charges. And they also have to keep, like the Companies Act, the register of directors and officers, containing the same information, the name and address, the date on which they were appointed, and the day in which they ceased to be, directors and officer. The register of directors and officers is the same as the one for the members. It could be in any form, magnetic, electronic, or other, as long as it is legible. The register of directors of officers has to be filed with the registrar and of course open for inspection by the members. Then I gave you the time in which it has to be filed. There's a requirement for the inspection of the company records by a member or by an attorney. So all this section is, if you were a corporate secretary or if you were a member, you need to know which documents are required. Any questions?
None here.
Okay, go ahead.
I understand. There's two documents that list the directors, the incumbency and the register of director members and well, sorry, director of directors. Why do both of them?
Are you breaking up? I can't hear you.
Breaking up.
Why do you need both the incumbency and the register?
That's under the IBC Act, right?
I-
Hold on, let me get my IBC out. You're saying you prepare a register of incumbency annually and submit it to the registrar?
No, I don't do that. I just, I noticed when we're, because I'm on the account opening side, but, I mean, we accept either or, the register or the incumbency, but I just wanted to know from a company perspective, why do both exist? If one tells, I mean, the register tells you who the directors are as well as the incumbency. The incumbency would go a little further and probably say the shares are issued to so-and-so, the directors are so-and-so, and then it'll tell you if the company is good standing. And I think something else I've seen. I
It says
just,
the registered office.
right,
Sometimes they'll put the beneficial owner on it if they need it.
right.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering why do both documents need to exist if it's listed on the incumbency? What is the need for? Well, I mean, I guess I could.
Don't
see
forget now. Okay.
okay.
The two, okay, hold on. There are two documents, right? Both
Uh-huh.
documents are more or less saying the same thing, but in a different way.
Right,
But
yeah.
okay, so the
Huh.
register of members and registers of directors and officers is a statutory requirement.
Okay.
It's required by law. That
Okay.
and also it also becomes a legal document.
Okay.
Now, when you ask for a certificate of incumbency, it's like when a company is an ongoing business and for due diligence purposes, the bank want, or whoever's doing business with it want to know who owns this company and is this company in good standing. So then you would do that incumbency certificate, which goes a little bit further than the register of members. Because what it actually does is it not only gives you the name of the current directors and officers, it also gives you information about the shareholders and sometimes make a statement that they are, the last time they filed their statutory documents, or that they are in good standing, or they attach the certificate of good standing with it.
Okay.
right? So one is a legal / statutory document called a register, and the incumbency is normally referred to as a certificate
Okay.
of incumbency.
Okay.
Yeah. More or less the same thing, it's just a certificate is more expanded because the corporate secretary or the director is speaking on behalf of the company.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. You're welcome. Now, I want to send to you all a case that I think we should discuss about company law. So hold on, let me get all the emails. I have to do it again. You know why, right? Because I forwarded earlier. I'm sure you read the paper this week on a matter that was before the courts on a company that had loaned another company some funds. I'm speaking vaguely to see who can remember. Yes?
I didn't read it. I didn't read it either.
Okay, hold on, it's coming to you. Who's that? I hear something. Say it again? Can you repeat? I didn't hear you.
I think that was background noise from someone.
Oh, okay. I thought it was somebody. Okay, hold on, it's coming right now. I don't like to send these things through the week because sometimes it get bogged down in your email. Well, that's what happens to me. Shay Dorset, and let me do Tuesday. And let me do Mills. Okay, let me attach it. And I bet when I send it to you all, I say, oh yeah, I remember that. What today is the 3rd of July. Where did it go?
What date was it in the of this week? It was in the newspaper.
Oh, let me see. Was it Thursday?
Let me
You have your papers, Andy?
Yep.
I think it was Thursday. I'm trying to get it to come up. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to send you to the website because it's not. I got it. Okay, coming now. That case. Everybody should have it. Yes? Everybody has it?
No, Chair.
I received it.
Not yet.
KANOO? That one?
KA, yes. No, not
Canoe? No.
not Canoe. I don't think it was Canoe. No,
I'm looking in the
Canoe is
business
the guy who said he wondered if he should stay here because of the way he's being treated. Not Canoe.
Okay.
This one is Sun Cash.
Oh, yes. Now that you say it, yes, I did see something about it, but I just deleted.
Okay, well, I just sent you the case.
Okay, because I saw the person name attached to it and I like, not again. So I deleted it.
Well, you're doing company law, so you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be interested. Everybody has it?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't
Not
have it
yet.
yet.
Not yet?
No.
Oh, I haven't received it.
What you mean? I have no thing
Anishka,
here.
you got it via
I
email
hear you say my name.
or you
but
checking the newspaper?
Nothing came through.
I was looking through the newspaper.
Okay, so you
No,
haven't
but
seen it
that's
via email yet, right?
no,
Okay.
no.
You don't have it
I
by
got it
email
the
either?
matter.
I don't have any return mail, so you should have it.
No, it's just
No,
probably just
yes,
slow.
yes, just slow.
No, okay. I'll wait.
So we could discuss since you guys know what it's about while we're waiting.
Nah, don't get smart. No.
No,
Just
no,
wait.
I don't know
I
about
don't know
it.
what it's
No,
about.
I saw the person name and I just delete the whole newspaper.
Oh no. That was very
Yeah.
important. You're doing company law. And so I said today, let me wait and see if anyone would open up with this company law matter.
What was the name, Anishka? Let me see if I still have it.
What? You mean in the papers?
Yeah.
You knowing you probably didn't delete it too.
No, I
Probably
deleted.
gonna
Which
delete
day? Which day?
That was it in Thursday or
No,
Wednesday?
I think it was in Wednesday because I'm looking at Thursday and I don't see it, but I remember.
You remember
It's
it, right?
Suncash, yeah. And I just sucked my teeth when I saw Suncash and the
Oh
person
no.
name.
I read it.
Like it was too
Okay.
early in the morning. It was too early in the
After
morning.
you sent this by email?
I haven't received it as yet.
No, what happened in? Hold
Because
on.
I got the midterm and you sent it just now,
Hey.
but that's the only thing I got from you today.
No, my thing it says gone.
Refreshing.
How come y'all don't have this?
Okay.
You have it now?
See Bass block over Suncash takeover.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
What you reading the newspaper?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened to my document?
I know. I'm still waiting.
My document says in the matter of the property comprised in the debenture convertible into common shares. What rings the bell to you?
Venture.
The ventures, the
Aha.
loan.
And what case comes to your mind?
That was the first
Solomon.
one.
Solomon
That's
versus
Yeah,
right.
Solomon. Yes, the first one.
Nice. So this is a debenture convertible into common shares dated 11th day of May 2020, just last year, recorded in book, whatever pages, and a supplemental debenture dated the 21st of May 2020. So they went 10 days back to back to get monies. Issued by Sun Island Transfer, the borrower, in favor of Investor Securities, the lender. And this matter is also reference to section 21(1)(c) and 39 of the Companies Act, and section 26 of the Conveyancing and Law Property Act. That's why I said, oh, I know my eager beaver students, they have this ready for discussion today.
This looks very interesting. I need to look for this whole article. This just.
You don't need to look for the whole article. You have the case in front of you. You have the case.
I want a juicy part.
Oh Lord, you have to go buy an old Thursday paper.
Has anybody
hold-
received her email as yet?
No.
What?
No, not as yet.
Which
Nobody?
email?
That's not possible.
Which email we talking about?
The one with the case.
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, okay. You started to read it?
Yeah. I have the case as well.
Okay.
The only thing that's actually, you may have to send me the midterm again, because when I open it up, it just contains a lot of gibberish. I don't know why.
Ladies,
why is
I've
that?
tried it twice already.
Ladies, look in your junk mail.
Oh, is it the
It's
junk?
sitting in there.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I see that.
Somebody send Mills to midterm again. I don't know why you over the gibberish.
Why would it go down?
I don't know. Maybe because of the party cinemata.
Oh, I'm being
It
told
don't
I can't
include
open this
attachment
file.
though. Yeah, it
Yes,
don't
there is
include
an attachment.
No, there is an attachment, but my thing is telling me I can't open the file. It's not allowing me to.
Oh Lord.
Try.
Was it just a PDF file
Download
or some
error. We
strange
cannot open
something?
at this time.
Was it a link?
What?
Cause it's in my junk, but it's not allowing me.
It's a
I just
PDF.
don't have. It's a PDF.
It's a PDF, but it won't
Oh,
download and it won't
that's
open.
strange.
Lolita, mine's open. I took it out of junk and put it in
Okay,
my
I must have to
inbox.
send it in my
What's to
inbox.
happen?
Yeah, I'll put it in your inbox.
Okay, let me try.
Yeah. Just now.
Okay, there it is. Okay.
Okay, got it. Thanks,
Got it?
Anispa.
Okay. All right. So let's take a couple minutes to read it over and then let's discuss it. I expect my eager Beaver students to be on the lookout for local cases as they come up. I probably was too excited then. Okay. I hear little snifflings. What does that mean? Eager Beaver?
This is lengthy. I'm still reading. I'm trying to figure out why.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'll go and get my Tribune. Since you don't have your full one in front of you, I'll get it.
You see some of the names, Lolita. You see some of the names popping up in this.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anybody want to summarize what this is all about?
I only on page 5. I ain't see the reason yet. I'm assuming they defaulted at some point. Sun Cash for them to want to kind of take it over, but I still haven't found the terms. Yeah.
Okay, so, and so who has the newspaper? It was Thursday's paper. Sabas was
It's
blocked over Sun Cash takeover. You have it?
right. Yeah, I saw that. This is just a snippet, like I said.
Yeah.
I just saw let me see if I could find page 5. This is just the front page of the business section I'm looking at. So I only saw the headline.
Yeah. Yeah, page 5 goes into it. But what I wanted to, even if you don't get to finish read it today, read the actual case.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Investor Star, that's the lender, Sabas,
Yeah,
who loaned money to Sun Isle Transfer Limited.
right.
And included in the contract is if the borrower defaults, then he would acquire an interest in the company.
Right.
And he is claiming that Sun Island has defaulted
How so?
on their debenture.
Okay, so you didn't pay on the appointed date or whatever, I
Whatever.
guess.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Now read on. I don't want to give you all in one go.
No, I'm assuming that's what happened, that he defaulted, but I'm just saying, I was just trying to find out the facts, the actual facts.
Ah, okay. So what he wants to do now, what Sabas wanted to do was he wanted to have a receiver appointed.
Basically take over the company.
Yes. That's why I said that when my students see this, I saw this in the paper. I said, oh, no, I have to get this because this will be the discussion on company law today. My Eager Beaver students did not have it.
Because usually, even in the case of default, I mean, sometimes other negotiations can take place whereby an extension is given or something of the sort. So I'm trying to figure out how it get to this extreme point.
Ah, well then you have to go to the case. So you see
Yeah, so I gotta read all of it.
So beginning, they'll tell you a little bit about who Sun Cash is. So if you read, which page is this? Page 4. Let's see what it says. It says the lender may, in its discretion, and with or without the consent of the borrower or any guarantor or surety, in respect of the liabilities hereby secured or any part thereof, give an extension of time. So it was up to Sabas to give an extension. Take the covenant of any purchaser of the equity of them, equity of redemption of the said property or any part thereof or any security whatsoever from them or from any other person for the assumption and payment of the whole or any part of the liabilities. Okay, so here's have the normal clauses here. I'm looking to see where
I tried to see what grounds the judge have for not allowing it.
oh, that
Because I don't think Sabas is going to go through all this trouble if he's not within his right to do so. Nah, I trying to figure out why it was denied.
No, Lolita,
You,
it didn't have to go this far. You want that type of business. That's why you pushing it this far.
Of
Oh,
course, of
don't get
course.
emotional now. Hold on now.
But
That's
then
legal.
he still have to have grounds. He still have to have legal grounds.
Yeah,
to do-
Yeah, but the only grounds is that you saying that I defaulted on a loan, but you didn't give me an extension and you didn't
but
look
this is
for any other
hold on,
means
hold
of
on, hold
payment.
on.
Yeah, but I don't have to give you the extension if I choose not to.
Right.
If you agree to that in the contract, then that's
Exactly.
your business.
That's your business. I agree.
You just want it, Lolita. That's all.
Yes, of course I want it. That's the point.
And hold on. And what's an easier way to get is to get one that needs money.
Sorry,
you
you
have-
want to start, Christine?
I said, what a better way to get into that business if you could find a company that needs money.
Mhm.
He has money.
Exactly,
He looked at-
exactly.
And he knew that they were going to default.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the business side of it.
Right. And then the judge might have done it as well because investor don't have no money. So they might have been digging
Hold
down
on,
to see
hold
where
on.
investor get the money from.
Hold on, you gotta read it carefully. That's why I say when we finish the class, you can read it. If you want to, we can discuss it again when we return. After you done
Yes. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do because
So
That's
Christine,
legacy.
Yes.
so all of this, is this in connection with the announcement of what's the other firm getting the government contract?
Me canoe?
Yeah, for the visas, because they were saying that these other companies weren't even in the bid.
I heard the canoe story supposed to be in the Tribune today. I didn't get today's Tribune because I know canoe is a totally different company.
Yeah, but I
Those are the
think they was just
current-
saying Sun Cash and another, what's the other, cashing.
so they were competitors then. That's what
Right,
you're saying.
right. All of them were supposed to, they were saying should have bid for this government contract to facilitate the health visas.
Uh-huh.
It
Ah,
was in the newspaper, Thursday's newspaper, and it was saying,
Hold on. That's the paper in front of me.
and they have canoe in it, right?
No, I don't remember. No, I see Sabas.
Thursday.
I have the paper in front of me.
Tribune or Guardian?
Oh, okay. I see you. You talking about this one here. Payments provided last sleazy social media attack. Isn't that the new people? Cash and go.
Hey, let me try find, y'all go ahead. Let me try find the article I'm talking about.
Okay, all right. Find out one and so let's go with cash. Let's go with Sabas now. So it say on the 20th of May, investor exercises option under clause 17 of the debenture to convert Sun Cash indebtedness under the debenture into 49% equity of Sun Cash. Investor's ability to convert the indebtedness under the debenture into equity was subject to the approval of both the central bank and the Securities Commission. That's the clinch right there.
sorry, repeat that for me, please, Christine.
Okay, it's on page 5. It's paragraph 5.
Okay.
Paragraph 5 on page 5. It says on May 5th, investor exercises option under the clause of the debenture to convert the debt owed to them by Sun Cash into the 49% equity of Sun Cash. But
Okay, so they were within their right to do it, to
Yes.
attempt to do it, but Central
Ye-
Bank and Securities Commission have to provide approval.
right
Okay.
now, the key thing about it is this. You have money transmission business. And the person who is converting the debenture into equity is in the gaming industry.
And that's why you ain't gonna get Securities Commission approval.
Oh,
Not the central banks.
so they are going to the, okay.
So hold on now. So the Sun Island made the appropriate application to the central bank for Investar to become a shareholder. They say that notwithstanding earlier informal verbal indication from the central bank that Investar would be suitable, central bank subsequently on August the 7th, 2020, denied the application on policy grounds. Central bank not only denied the application for Investar's equity conversion, but imposed a deadline by which Sun Island must secure a new shareholding or face the cessation of its business. In its email on the 25th of January 2021,
I was gonna say,
Wow.
that
2021,
2012, yeah.
advising of the denial, the inspector stated, "We are, however, prepared to operate on the following basis. Sun Island provides the central bank with an executed contract for sale with an acceptable purchaser by the 30th of April. The sale closes by the 30th of June or the 1st of July. And should Sun Island deliver, then of course, they will take away the license." So you see, this is the first hurdle that they overcome. Not looking at it from Investar, but from the company point of view. You're a company with a regulator. You had informal discussion with your regulator, but then you turn around and you entered into a formal contract. They should have gotten it.
Okay, you're breaking up,
Breaking up,
Christine.
yeah.
I'm saying this. Let me put it here. I can hear a little tricky in the back. I don't know what that is. Okay, what I'm saying is this. They had informal conversations with the regulator about a potential future shareholder for the company. They in turn entered into a solid contract with that person.
When you
And
say they, you mean Sun Island.
Sun Cash, yes. Sun
Okay.
Cash had informal conversation, but they entered into an actual contract with that potential shareholder. They should have gotten a written confirmation from the regulator that they were willing to entertain the owner of the gaming industry to now enter into the banking industry.
Yeah, but sounds to me like Investar kind of dropped the ball too, because they entered into this agreement knowing that the central bank and the Securities Commission would have had to approve it.
They
should have
thought that
known
was the
better.
backdoor Lolita.
Oh,
Remember?
because they Investar and not Allen Lockheed.
Yeah, but
see,
again, that's where it still goes down because that's still your primary shareholder.
yes, but see, what happened is this: Sun Cash had informal conversation.
Right.
They have nothing in writing, but they
Exactly.
entered into a formal contract. They should not have entered into a formal contract until they sat around the table and got information.
That was
Christine,
probably
you
the
needed
only
that
people
money.
who wasn't giving them the money.
But it doesn't matter.
They
doesn't-
wanted the money. They was.
Yeah, but if he
They
had sat
wanted that money.
around the table, face to face, and get it in writing, because then the regulator would know upfront this is gaming.
Yeah, well, if he did that, he wouldn't have been able to get the money. And his thing was
Oh,
he was trying to
right.
get the money.
Right now, he's getting ready to lose his license. They have the authority to take away his license.
Yeah, but Investar won't get it.
No,
No, they ain't get nothing.
Truthfully, all I'm hearing is he delayed losing his license.
yes,
Yes.
That's basically what it is. By trying to get the money from Investar, those to assist with whatever it was, he delayed losing the license.
Right, and he probably had hopes
2012.
that he would have been able to pay them back.
Yeah, but it seems that Investar those understood that it wouldn't have been able to happen. But like someone mentioned earlier, where they dropped the ball earlier by not paying attention to the fact that central bank would help to approve all of this, it seems they're trying to find some sort of loophole around it, or they may already have one.
Yeah, they was trying to get in through the loophole with it to see if that would have
Yeah,
worked.
but it seems they may have they have a loophole they want to play at. But the question is, what is it, especially if they've already gone through with a formal contract? So what is it? What is it that they can do that would possibly be able to allow this to happen.
Well, what if you go down to paragraph 13, you see where what Investor is now doing is they want to appoint a receiver manager to take over the business.
Yeah, but that was already denied, wasn't it?
No, he's asking for it now. It was denied at the end, but he was asking for it now. But see, the central bank has asked to be actually be joined to this action. They want to be a part of the whatever resolution comes, because don't forget now, SunCash is a licensee and they can't leave it out there. The matter can't be determined without the central bank's intervention. So Investac contends at paragraph 16 on page 9 that Sun Island is in default under the debenture. They say that the central bank directive to secure a purchaser by the 30th of June, which already passed, is akin to the presentation of a winding up petition and ought to amount to a default under clause 5 of the debenture. And it says Sun Island is in default under the terms of the debenture, as they have consistently, contrary to clause 5, always pay the amounts due under the facility in arrears. And contrary to clause 10 and 11, Sun Island has failed to provide Investor with inter alia requested business plans and management accounts. So what Investor was doing is trying to do a takeover.
Okay, but I mean, we already agreed that this was done before the formal contract. There was an informal conversation. Was
Right.
it possibly, was there a suggestion maybe somewhere that they would?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's-
I mean, we
that's what it said.
understood that there would be an extension, or at least there is a possibility of the extension. Was there some sort of informal promise that
It looks so.
this would actually happen for them to consider, you know what, this is a decent enough risk?
They're saying that when they had the informal conversation with the regular, they seemed to be inclined. They didn't have an objection. Then when they
Yeah.
sent in the formal thing, they
They
said no.
denied it.
Said no. And they see if you have an informal conversation, that means that the licensee speaking with their relationship manager.
Well, the question was directed to the extension, right? Not the
Yeah, because
regulators.
if they're saying that they're defaulting on payment, I'm asking, was in the informal conversation, was there some sort of promise made there? Because they do say that yes, there is a possibility you can be given the extension, and as Singer mentioned earlier, they don't have to. But was there something earlier that implied that, hey, we are going to give you the possibility of an extension, and you don't have to worry
Okay.
about us, you know,
Correct.
taking that back or something?
So paragraph 20 says, Sun Island denies that they are behind in their payment. And they say that no monies have become due. They say that
So they should be able to approve that then.
when Sun Island was late in making payments, Investor would have extended the time for payment under the terms of the debenture. Further, they say that at the date of the application, Sun Island was in compliance with its obligations under the debenture. And the court say they accept Sun Island's submission. See, the thing is now, let's go to the emotional part where you all started. The thing is that Investors saw an opportunity for them to enter into this money transmission business. And they took
But
advantage
they
of
should
it.
have done, yeah, but they should have done it at the time when they were in default. Now,
You
when
see?
you already give them
No.
the extension and they met the extension request, you can't now that they're
Come
current,
back.
come back
On your
and try
word.
and bring a case against them.
Mhm.
No, I think what happened there, Lo, is they probably just saw it as a backdoor way because they had this contract with SunCash already, that it would have been just approved by the regulators, but they have tried that before and they were denied.
Mhm.
So I don't know, that might have been their reasoning for doing it. Obviously, the guy for SunCash, he just was delaying it and he probably just needed the money. So he just said, okay, let him sign. But he knew that they probably would have would have denied it. But investors saw it as a way to enter into the back door because
Exactly.
they were denied before, both at the Central Bank and Securities Commission.
So see, it says at paragraph 25, the central bank has an issue with investors who are shareholder of Sun Island and not Sun Island's business. The central bank says that investors' involvement as a shareholder infringes their policy of excluding gaming-related entities from the money transmission business. Contrary to investors' suggestions, there is no allegations of any regulatory offense committed by Sun Island.
For control.
Yes, he wants control.
That's it.
But 49% won't give him control. The controlling shares will be owned by whoever has the 51%. But he'll eventually, that means that he's already in negotiation with someone who has 2%.
Exactly, because he needs the money.
More.
Thank
So
you.
Sun Cash need the money. So if he's there with 49, he could easily get more.
But this directive from his regulator says he must find a new buyer, not someone in there. Otherwise, they take away the license. So now they have to figure out how in the world they're going to get their money back. Be mindful. I saw it. I don't remember if it was in the paper or somewhere else. The judge who ruled on this said that the central bank was too severe.
In which way?
In their decision.
To deny it?
Yes.
Why would that be severe? On
He
their
got greased,
gaming?
probably.
So it's in the papers. It's in the papers. Page 5.
I think that's severe.
Page
Got
5.
Grease, no leader.
Hold on. Page 5. Page 5. The penultimate paragraph says, regarding the appointment of Mr. Galanis, Justice Winder said that while the central bank order was severe, it did not amount to any default. He added that the book value of fixed assets covered by the debenture exceeded the outstanding debt owed to investor and also refused to join the central bank as a party. So the judge didn't let the central bank become a party to the decision. And he says that investor has enough based on the book value of the fixed assets to pay investor. And he also said that central bank's order was severe. Yes.
So, but you're saying that Sun Cash have sufficient money to pay investor back?
Yeah, he says
Based on the assets.
Assets.
Oh.
Where investor get the money from? That's the problem.
Gaming.
We know where investor get their money from.
Gaming. Because the judge said that he said he was not persuaded that the loan was due. And he said he accepts Sun Island's responses to those complaints, which could not, in his view, warrant a drastic remedy of the appointment of a receiver. So the appointment of the receiver, remember the investor wanted to appoint a receiver so that they would now the receiver would begin to manage the company.
Yeah, but again, they can only do that if the people in default, if the people are
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. So the number one is the company was not in default. Number two, appointment of a receiver doesn't make any sense because they're not in default. And the company, right? And the company is not a going concern. It's in good standing. Second, they entered into a contract with a debenture with a conversion to equity of 49%, and they had an informal conversation, and now they want to actually trigger that conversion, and that requires an approval of the regulator, which was denied. So now they have
all I can say is they better make sure they don't default again. That's all I can say. I hope this loan, this debenture finish.
So what that means is that they have two things on their head. One, they cannot afford to extend an extension to Sun Cash anymore. And Sun Cash has a deadline to find a new shareholder by 30th of June. Right. So that means that it had to be wound up and then they're going to be paid.
So question, do the lawyers not know all of this when they take these cases on? Because it seems like this was a futile exercise.
It depends. It depends. This is what I always tell people. Even when I went to law school, I say you could go straight to law from do a bachelor's at anything, then do law, then you practice in a law firm. But you've never worked in a particular industry, you don't have that expertise. So
Okay.
let's just say if I wanted to do law now, I wanted to do medical malpractice.
Mhm.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know
Right.
what they do.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And so if I was to sit down surgery, the doctor did this, the doctor did that wrong. I'll have to go and ask different doctors now, what do you do? What do they
Right.
do in the States? What do they do in China? What are our laws here? What are the laws? You don't know.
Right.
So when you go in a particular field and you want to be an expert in that, you have to know how it works from the ground up.
Yeah.
So to me, all of this, just by them entering into that contract with SunCash, with that caveat that it was subject to regulatory approval, I was getting that approval in writing.
Yeah.
In writing. Because whenever you're dealing with an oversight of a regulatory body, they not only have the acts that govern what they do, they don't only have the guidelines that govern what they do, they also have policy. And that policy is international. And so you have to think of all of these things before you start to get in bed with these different people.
Especially if they have way more money than you. 'Cause
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their legal team would be a little bit more shrewd.
Maybe that was his intention from the beginning.
Yeah, but obviously their legal team wasn't sure because the investor, they shouldn't have allowed them to enter into that contract.
But there
No,
was
they
a
should
whole
not.
clause saying to stay away from gaming business stuff.
They shouldn't have entered into that.
So how is
Eh,
the system going to
exactly,
get this
Doesn't
far?
exactly.
Doesn't Tobias have he has a separate business that where he lends money and gives, if you present your business plan, if I'm not mistaken. You
Yeah,
present
he
your
does.
business
Yes,
plan.
he does.
Did that fall under this? Is this particular company, is that,
No, I don't think so. No,
okay.
this is money transmission business. And that
Okay.
falls under the
Okay.
central bank.
No, I wanted to know if they, hold on, I forgot the people name.
Investor,
People got the loan based on those circumstances where they presented their business plan and got,
No, this is a going concern. This business was being in operation before to 2020. I don't think this is nothing new.
oh, okay.
No, because if they had gotten their money as a new startup, they would not have gotten regulatory approval.
No, because didn't they say this thing started in like 2012 or something, or 2009?
Yeah, this is no new company.
Yeah, he had this business a while. When
Uh-huh.
he given that, I want to say it's an equivalent of a TED talk a few years ago. It was a while ago. And he said he was starting up a business where you could get loans if you present your business plan and it was approved by their company. You could get loans from him to start up. It was like a Bahamas Development Bank situation.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think the other shareholder in his underlying company has a similar business to that. I don't
Oh.
think this one deals with that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
he just trying to branch out, man. He trying to get himself involved in a lot of
And
things.
y'all ain't letting him
That's
in,
what
no
it
leader.
Isn't this
Ain't
what happened
letting
with
him in.
flowers?
That's because he's trying to bully his way in.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He tried, Blair, he tried the regular way and y'all tell him no.
But isn't that the same thing that was happening with flowers? With him trying to get into the banking industry?
Yeah, that was denied, I think. Yeah.
So that building's still sitting up on West Bay Street unoccupied?
Very pretty.
Yes.
It is. That's such a nice building.
Yes, they say he's not well now, eh?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's not well.
That's an absolute waste.
Yeah, he's not well. Mm-hmm. So I thought this was an interesting one. I said my students will be ready to discuss this.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm reading the newspaper all week. I fall off.
Man, listen, I just could say that she think we out time to read the newspaper.
Oh,
I fall off with the news so bad.
It's not a good thing, I know.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's this was a good case of entering into a contract, a regulated entity entering into a contract formally based on informal conversation, and then the contract itself having a crystallization notice within it, whereby they move the debenture to equity. And
Okay,
then
Christine, sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So if the Securities Commission decides it's going to take the license from Sun Cash, Sun Island.
No. The license for money transmission business is issued by the central bank. The Securities Commission would have given the license for the FCSP.
Right.
So if central bank pulls this license, it cannot do money transmission business.
So then what?
It's
So the-
closed.
The
Both
bank-
licenses will be rescinded.
Yeah.
Wow.
What would happen? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yes, it would, because they no longer can do money transmission. They can't do FCSP because it wasn't
Right.
created for that purpose.
So dog in a manger syndrome, you don't get it and I don't get it.
Yes, nobody will
Now
get it.
you'll have to find someone to purchase the business, or it goes into involuntary liquidation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what it seems like it'll have to do, since it really is taking too long to find someone.
Yeah.
You better find one Chinese.
Well,
Now
do
you-
it that way.
Now you opening another can of worms.
Yeah, that's true too.
Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not trying to get into that business, not yet. Just the food store
yeah.
and alcohol.
Yes.
But that's
I
a
think it's
viable business. I don't know, because with the banks, being able to send out monies very easily through just a regular system. I
Mhm.
don't know that's very viable at this point, except for maybe the immigrants who don't have.
Yeah, the
don't want
immigrants,
all
yeah,
that.
the immigrants, right, who don't want to do all that KYC stuff.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah. So that's what he tried to do. Because central bank put that directive on Sun Cash, then he decided to exercise his powers to say he wants his debenture crystallized and bring in someone and convert his floating charge over his property and take over, bringing a receiver in. But it was not granted because the loan was not in default.
Mhm.
So I just wanted you all to see how, as a company, just like how when we did Solomon and other companies, it just is not just based on company law, but also other laws have to come into effect to come up with a decision. But the principles of the company law still stays there. So this was a good case. I'll see if I can find another case for when we return, another Bahamian case, but this one was just done. And so when I went through, I found it and I said, this is a very good case for you all to read and understand. So even though the headline says Sabas blocked over Sun Cash takeover, that's so you all could buy the paper.
Yeah.
But it's really Investor Securities and Sun Island Transfer. But that no one will know who's Investor
Who's
Securities.
Investor? Right.
Exactly. So they put his name for it. Sabas put his picture, Barry Malcolm, and Philip Galanas. Of course, Galanas was the receiver manager. Barry Malcolm did his
That's what
affidavit.
causes papers to be bought. It has
Yes.
to be splashy.
Yes.
Even if it
Yes. So it reads good for you who doing company law, so you could understand how these things work and how they come up before the court. No emotions at all. The central bank said it's a policy decision. Gaming doesn't mix with banking. Gaming doesn't mix with trust. Gaming doesn't mix with money transfer business. That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
That's
So
their
the company
policy.
has a right. The company has a loan, and the borrower is saying they defaulted. The company is saying they didn't fault. And what should a company do? The company has to stop him from trying to take over. How can we do that? We have to go to the court to stop him. Because as far as our records show, we are not in default.
Yeah, but you're causing me as a company have to pay legal fees that I ought not to have to pay. Because you basically bring in a false claim against me.
Yes.
So how investor would say that? Where would they get the proof to say that, they're not paying?
No, what they're saying is this. What they're trying to say is, because central bank put that directive on them, their ability to pay is slim. Because the window for them to find a new owner is going to be hard. And so right now they owe us a lot of money. And so we want to now take our stand as a potential shareholder. And they say they want to protect their money. And so let's appoint a receiver who could try and make sure that nothing happens to our fixed assets that we have the loan over. But they cannot do that because they're not in default.
Exactly. Wickedness in high places.
Yeah. So it really was a good case. It was a good case. If I had seen it earlier, I would have put it on the midterm exam.
Nope.
Yeah. So that's it for us today. I want you to do your midterm, but take time and read this case. The article is in Thursday paper in the business section, so it should be online.
Okay.
And then I'll look and see what the canoe thing is in today's paper. When I go, I'll try to get a copy of today's paper. See what that one is about. So I'm saying something for something. So I'll have to see. All right.
Yes.
So no more questions. Everybody is happy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So enjoy your holiday.
You too.
Yes.
You too, Christian.
And there's no need for ask for an extension for the midterm. None whatsoever. None.
So we can finish this now.
What if we appoint receivers?
Too bad. Denied. Denied. You're hearing it from me. Denied. All right.
Good.
Denied. So enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Okay. You
Okay.
too. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Have a good evening,
Okay,
everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
No, I was saying just come with me as far as extra. Help me put the stuff in the car. Are you gonna get us some groceries she sent me for? Because I figured you was coming here.